welcome you all to our lesson 4 of our final revisions. So we are now on topic 11, which is a second theorem. So we want to see now how we can go about this one, second theorem. So this is an important topic that deals with angles. So we are going to discuss more about angles. As usual, if you are new to this YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe. So we want to answer some of these questions. We are going to revise through some questions together and see how far we can go with them. So these are the questions. So here there is A. So there is A here. There is also C there. The point there is C. So this is the diagram which we are given. So how can we now answer? We are told that BD is the diameter. So that one is the diameter. So I'm going to show you some secrets, how we can go about these questions, how we can answer them. So we've got the first question here. The first question is saying, find CBD. Want to find, this is what we want to answer. So want to answer CBD like this. So you check this one. This is the angle we are looking for. C is here. B is there. D is there. So which angle do we want? This is the angle which we are looking for. Have you seen the angle which is there? So what you need to know, I'm going to give you the first principle here. Have you seen this segment which is here? So this is a segment which is here. So all the angles, if you check this one here, going that other side, then coming back here. Even this one is going this side, coming back here. So all the angles that are formed on this segment, they are equal. So meaning the angle which is there and the angle which is there, these two are what? These two are equal. Same applies to the angle which are formed. The angle that are formed on these two segments are equal. So have you seen this one goes this side there, that one there. So it means the angle which is here and the angle which is there, they are equal. I've used a principle. So the answer there is 33 degrees. That's how you need to answer it. So I've told you one. So even as we continue, I'll be showing you the other ones so that we get to revise together. So angles that have been formed on, like let's say this is a circle. You are given that that is a circle. So if there is something like this, this is a segment. So this one goes there, back there. This one goes there, back there. This one goes there, back there. Have you seen? So all these angles, this angle and that angle are equal because they are formed on this segment which is here, this chord. Have you seen this line here? They are all formed on this line. So even if I was to move another one here, goes back there. So even this one is equal. So all these angles are equal because they are lying on the same chord or segment. This line here. They are lying on this same line. So all those are what? All those are equal. You need to know that one. So that part, you need to know it. That's the first one that I've shared. Know that. Let us move to the next one. We move to the next one. So the next one is saying A, C, D. How can we answer A, C, D? So what are they saying? A, C, D. Which one do you want to answer? You want to answer this one which is here. That is the angle we want to answer. This is what we want to answer. This is what we want to answer. So before I answer this one, you need to be strict on this part. Linear programming requires, second theorem requires of you to be sensitive. So you are told that BD is the diameter. So the second one, so the second principle which I want to share, the second principle is that if this is your circle, so I want you to know all these which I'm sharing. So if this is a circle, then this is the center. This one is passing through the center. Have you seen? passing through the center, or rather this is the diameter. All angles formed on the diameter are equal. All the angles which are formed on the diameter are equal. So if this angle goes there, formed there, it is equal. Even this angle, they add up to 90. So this one, which is here, even that one there. So there is a 90 degrees angle. So in other words, all the angles formed on the diameter equals to what? 90 degrees. So even if this one was to come there, goes there, that angle is 90. As long as it is being formed on this one. This is what? 90 degrees. This is 90. So as long as it is being formed on this diameter, all the angles formed on the diameter equal to what? Equal to 90 degrees. So now, if we look at the question which we are given here, this one here like this, have you seen? This is the diameter. Even that one goes that other side. Meaning, this one and that one should add up to 90. This is what you need to know. So, this one is a 90 degrees. Even that one there, it is a 90 degrees. Because they have been formed where? On the diameter. On this diameter which is given. So, how can you find that one? Since you know that these two adds up to 90. The angle here, the O angle here, should add up to 90. So, how do you go about that one? This is what you are going to do. So, principle number 2 I've shared. So you say this is what? This is you are given 42. So you say 42 plus x, which you don't know, should add up to 90 like that. Where you say x is equal to 90 minus 42. What is 90 minus 42? So x is equal to 90 minus 42. What are you getting? So you are not supposed to use a calculator here. You need to punch this. You calculate. So you are going to get what? 48 degrees. So which means the angle which is there is what? 48 degrees. So that is your answer here. Your answer is what? 48 degrees. I'm using properties to answer this question. So all these that I'm doing here, these are properties that I'm using. These are properties that I'm using to answer all the questions that are here. I'm using properties. So I'm using properties to answer these questions. So with that now, we go to the other one. Let's go to the other question. Let's go to the other question. So the other question, we go to the other question. A x b is equal to what? A x, which is, so here there is x. This part, this is not supposed to be an angle. It's supposed to be x. Ax, then b here. This one that is here. So axb. Want to find the angle which is there. The angle which is there, that's the angle we want to find. The point there is x. So axb. Want to find the angle which is there. How can you find the angle which is there? How can we find the angle which is there? So here you know that it is what? Here you are told that it is 33. That's what we found at first. That is what? 33. So you know that there you've got 33. That's a 33 that is there. So for you to answer this one which is here, for you to answer this one which is here, you need to find the angle that is there. Find the angle that is there. After you find the angle that is there, this is a straight line. You know that angles on a straight line adds up to 180. So find the angle that is there. So since this is a triangle, it's very easy to find the angle that is there. Again, you know that angles inside the triangle adds up to 180. So what you are going to do is this. You are going to say 33 plus 42. You say plus the x there which you want should be equal to what? Should be equal to 180. This is what you are going to do. So when you add these two, what will be your answer? When you add these two, what will be your answer? Your answer will be what? 75. You are going to have 75 there. So 75 plus x is equal to what? Is equal to 180. You say x is equal to 180 minus 75. What is your answer? 180 minus 75. 180 minus 75. So 180 minus 75. What will be your answer? What will be your answer? What will be your answer? Your answer will be 105 degrees. Have you seen? Meaning that the angle which is here, the angle which is there is 105. You've got a 105 there. So since you've got a 105, then you know that angle this straight line should add up to 180. So 105 here plus that one, 1x plus the 105 there, you should get what? 180. You know that here you've got 105 there. This one which we are just from calculating the 105 here. This is the 105. This 105 is where? The 105 is here. Here, this is where the 105 is. Since you want to find this one which is here, you know that these two, if a line is like this, whenever you've got a line like this, then you are given this other side. You've got 105. Then you want to find this other side. You know that this is a straight line. So all the angles should add up to 180. This is what you need to know. All the angles should add up to 180. So you just say 180 minus 105. You're going to get 75. So meaning the angle here is equal to what? 75 degrees. You are done. You've answered all the 3 questions which you were given. So this is how you need to answer such a question. This is how you need to go about it. So we are using principles to answer this. I've given a lot of principles on this. So whenever we are talking about second theorem, you need to know how to apply different principles. There are about 8 properties that you need to know, that you need to understand. So these ones that we are doing, these are the major ones and the basics that you're going to find in your exam. So let's make sure we know these, we understand these properties. So let's look at another example. Let's go to example 2. The next question that we are going to do. So this is the other question that we need to answer. So you are given that O is the center. The O, that the point O there, it is the what? It is the center. So that's the center. So the next question here, what are you taught to find here? What are you taught to find? You are taught to find BDC. BDC. You want to find the angle that is there. Have you seen? That's the angle that you want to find. How can you find the angle that is there? So what you need to know is that the angle that is here is 2 times bigger than the angle that is there. So as long as they are on the same chord like this, and an angle is being formed on the center. So anything in this manner, just know that the angle on the center is twice bigger than the angle at the circumference. So definitely here you've got a 40 there. So just need to multiply 40 times 2, then you find the 80 there. So that one is simple. You just say it is what? 40. I've answered using a certain property. So this is also another property that I've given you. So we answer this one using properties. We are using properties to answer. So this property is like this. This is the property here. So if you are given, this is what you are given. The center is here. So if there is an angle there, then also something being formed like that. So all these are coming here. So the angle which is there is twice bigger than the angle at the circumference. So if here you've got 60, so even here you're going to have a 30, because the angle at the center is twice bigger than the angle at the circumference. This is another property that you need to know. This is another property that you need to know. So let's make sure we know all these, we understand all these principles that I'm telling you. So now you've answered that question. We go to BCO. BCO. You want to find the angle which is here. How can you find the angle which is there? Since you know that if this is what? This is 8 and this is the center. So to there that is the radius, even there that's the radius. Meaning these two angles are equal. These two angles are equal. So what you need to do, you say 180 minus the 80 there. You are going to get what? You are going to get 100. So this 100 is being shared by these two angles which are there. The angle which is there and the angle which is there. It's being shared by those two. So you just say divide 2, you're going to get 50. So which means here you've got a 50, even there you've got a 50. So the angle BCO, it is what? It is 50 degrees. You've answered. That's how you need to answer such a question. Have you seen the way I'm answering? So I'm following principles in answering this question. This is how you need to answer this question. These are procedures that you need to get. These are some of the things that you need to know and understand. So this is how the question is, and these are principles that you need to get. Let's move to the other question. We see how we can now go about the next question. So this is another question also. So let us now look at this question the way it is. So this is another question. Then we are given these questions which are here. So how can we answer this question? How can you go about this question? How can you answer this one? So this is also a simple question. I'm going to show you how you can answer it, how you can handle it. So I'm going to show you the best way to answer this and how to go about it. So how can you answer such a question? So you are given the first one. You want to find CBD. CBD. You want to find the angle which is here. How can you find the angle which is there? How can you find the angle which is there? So that is very simple. So you know that this, you are told that O is the center. So which means this line is the what? Diameter. This is a diameter. So if this is a diameter, this is a diameter like this. This is a what? This is a diameter. So if that one is a diameter, what we need to know is this. This is one thing that you need to know. So this one here, it is making a 90. Here we've got a what? We've got a 90 there. You've got a 90 there. Even there, we've got a 90 because all these angles have been formed on this diameter. Have you seen? So here you've got a 90. So answering CBD, answering this one, CBD, this angle that is here. This is what you are going to do for you to answer this one. So how can you know that from here to there, here there is 90. So I'm going to say there is 90 there. Have you seen? There is what? There is 90. So you know that here there is a triangle that is being formed. Are you able to see a triangle? This is a triangle. 90 plus 30. What is 90 plus 30? What are you going to get when you say 90 plus the 30 which is there? You are going to get what? You are going to get 120. So plus the x here, I'm going to say x. You want to find this one here. So you say 180 minus what? Minus 120. The answer is 60. So it means here you've got what? You've got 60. So this is how you need to answer it. You know that angles inside the triangle adds up to 180. So here is such as 60 plus 90 plus 30. You get what? You get 180. So meaning the first answer there, this one here, C B D, that one there, the answer is what? 60 degrees. I've showed you how I've answered it. We move to the next one, BAC. BAC. You want to find this single one here. Have you seen this, the one that is here, the one that is here, this one, just this one which is here, just that one that is there. So before you answer this one, not this one here, the line which comes from this one, this line here, it is called a tangent. This is called a what? This is called a tangent, if you don't know. So if this is a tangent, a line that comes from the center touches a tangent, it makes a 90 degrees angle. So here we've got a 90 degrees angle. This one here, from here, there, going there, that is a 90 degrees. So if you are given that this part here, it is 40. So that one is what? Is 50. So that it should add up to 90. So that one is what? That one is 50. So here it is making a what? It is making a 90 degrees angle. That one 90 degrees. So even this whole part here, this whole part, it is also what? It is also 90. So you want to find the small one which is here, the small angle here, this one here. Remember what I told you, same chord here and there. This one, when you go there, you come back there. Even this one, when you go there, you come back there. Have you seen? You move here, I go pa, I come back there. Even from here, I move, I go there, I come back there. So these two angles are equal. Have you seen? I'm using principles. So BAC is equal to what? Is equal to 30 degrees. You are done with that one. So these are procedures that you need to do. This is what you need to get for you to answer this question. We move to the last one, which is A or B. How can you answer this one? A or B? A or B? How can you answer this one? So how can you go about this one? Have you seen how can you go about this one? How can you answer this one? A or B? A, from A here, A to what? To O, then B. How can you answer that one? How can you go about that one? So that is very simple. You know that here you've got what? Here you've got a 30 here. You've got a 30 here. So here, what are you having here? What are you having this part here? That is schist there. You've got a schist there. Have you seen? So I've got a schist such that if I add these two, I get 90. So I'm told to find A or B. How can I answer that one? Have you seen? A is here. From here, this is it. From here, like this. Touching the what? From the tangent, touching that the radius, then it goes there. So I've told you the line from the tangent touching the radius makes a what? A 90 degrees. Here there is a what? A 90 degrees. So this one here, going that way, like this, straight here, then like that. How can you answer that one now? How can you answer such a question? How can you answer such a question? So you know that, okay, from here, this is what? This one that is here. This is 90. Have you seen? So you want to find that angle that is there, the angle here. This is the angle that you want to find. The angle that is there, that's the angle that you want to find. How can you find that one? How can you find that one? Okay, let's find the one which is let's find the angle which is here. Let's find the one which is there. How can you find that one? So you know that, okay, this one, the way it is like this, the angle that is there is equal to the angle which is there. Have you seen? This is what we need to do. So now, what are we supposed to do? For us, you know that, okay, if I move from here, I go there like that. What is the angle that is there? Don't say it is a 90 degrees. No, don't say that. So how can we answer that one? How can we answer that one? In which you are going to answer this one. So, like this goes there like that. So you know that this part here, the part which is there is 90. Then also the part which is here is also what? Is also 90. So now how can you answer that question? How can you answer it? So you know that, okay, the angle which is there, this one which is here. So when you check inside now, this one here, when it goes there, it is not really making a 90, no. But what it is that from here, when it goes there, there is, you need to, let's find the angle that is there first. We find the angle which is there. Let's find the angle which is there. Let's find the angle which is there. Let's find the angle which is there. What we want to find from here to there. This is what we want to find. So you know that if you were to extend this, let's extend this to that. So you know that the angle which will be here will be the same angle which will be there. If this is 50, even there is what? 50. So now let's find the angle which is there. We formed a triangle here. There is a triangle here which are formed. So you know that this one is what? 50 plus 50, you get what? 100. Plus 50 plus 30, you get 130. So 180 minus 130, you are going to get what? We are going to get a 50. So you are going to get a 50 there. So it means the angle which is there is what? Is a 50. So since we found a 50 there, let's find the angle which is there. You add these two. If you add these two, you are going to get 100. From 180, you are going to get, here you are going to have 80. So such that 180 minus 100 is 80. So here we've got 80. Then this is making a straight line here. You just say 180 minus 80, you get 100. So you just say 180 minus the 80 which is there. The answer you find will be what? 100. So it's 100 what? 100 degrees. I don't know if you are able to understand this, but we are using principles to answer this question. Let us move to another topic. Let's move to the other topic now, which is trigonometry. So now we go to trigonometry. This is paper 1 trigonometry. These are the questions that you are going to find. So what are we given? We are given, this is what we are given. It's saying tan QPR is equal to 4 over 3. So how did they answer that one? They were using what we call SOHCAHTOA. So you need to know SOHCAHTOA like this. This is SOHCAHTOA. You need to know it. So even as we start this, you need to know how to apply SOHCAHTOA. So the first one is sine. You say sine what? Sine theta is equal to opposite. It's opposite over what? Over h. H is what? Hypotenuse. So that is your hypotenuse. So that's what sine means. When we go to ka, this is SOHCAHTOA. Ka. So ka there, this is what it means. Ka, it is cos. You say cos theta is equal to, this is a adjacent. So adjacent over hypotenuse. This is what you need to know. We move to tan. Tan theta is equal to opposite, you take there, opposite over what? Adjacent. This is what you need to know. So these are the terms that you need to know. This is what all these means. So let's make sure we know them and understand them. This is how you need to work them out. This is how you need to simplify them. So now we are given what? We are given what? Tan. This is what we are given. There is tan there. Tan P. So P, this is P there. So which means the angle is there. This is where the angle is. Then you know that under tan we've got opposite. So opposite the angle, we've got a 4 there. Have you seen? Then adjacent, you know that this is where the right angle is facing. So this is adjacent. This is 3. Where this right angle faces, there where it points like that, that's where you find the hypotenuse. That's where you get to find the hypotenuse. So now you go back to your question. What are you told to find? What are you told to find? You are told to find sine. Sine, have you seen? So sine is equal to what? You are told to find sine. So since you are told to find sine, how can you find sine? So sine is equal to what? Sine. Sine what? Q. Yeah, you are told Q, so you go at Q. Q there, sign Q there. Choose Q, sign is here. Opposite. Opposite, what do you have opposite? So this is what you are going to do. You are on sign, so I'm going to wrap this. So sign is equal to sign PQR is equal to opposite the Q there. Opposite there is 3 over. What is your hypotenuse? The hypotenuse you don't know there. So which means you need to find the what? The hypotenuse. We need to calculate the hypotenuse. How are we going to calculate the hypotenuse? We use the Pythagoras theorem. You know that here I'm going to put x. How do we calculate? This is how we calculate. So I'll say x squared is equal to the addition of these two, where you say 4 squared plus 3 squared. X squared is equal to, this is 16 plus 9. So x squared is equal to 25. This is what you are going to do. Is equal to what? 25. So it is equal to 25. You introduce the square root. You also introduce the square root. So it means x is equal to what? 5. So here you've got a 5. You found the hypotenuse, which is 5. Then you just put a 5 like that. So that's how you need to answer such a question. That's how you need to do it. Those are some of the things that you need to know. Those are some of the things that you need to understand. Let's move to the next one. Let's move to the next one. Hope you've understood this part, how I've worked out this one. Let's move to the next one. The next question that we are going to do. This is the next question that we are going to do. So this is how it is. Find BC. You are given this triangle. How can you find the BC which is there? Have you seen? So the BC here, you've seen the angle is here. Then here it is opposite. So amongst the SOHCAHTOA, where you've got the opposite, the first one, when you just say so, have you seen SOHCAHTOA? When you say SOHCAHTOA like that, the first one here, there is opposite here. Have you seen there is what? Opposite. So you say it is sine theta, which is equal to opposite. That's how we do it. Opposite over h, it is hypotenuse. So just put the hypotenuse there. This is how I'm going to answer it. I continue now, where I'm going to say this is now equal to sine. The theta I'm given now, which is 30 there. So sine 30 is equal to, what is my opposite? It's the one that I want to find, so I'll just put x over. What is my hypotenuse? My hypotenuse, like this, where it is pointing this side, where there is 18, like that. That's how I need to answer such a question. Then there is what we call special angles. Special angles, like when you are given sine, you've got something like sine 30. Sine 30 is equals to 0.5. You need to know that. Sine 30 is equals to 0.5. I want you to know that. Sine 30 is equals to 0.5. Even when you are given sine 150, this is also equal to 0.5. It's also equal to 0.5. So this part here, this is what? 0.5. This is what you need to know. So 0.5, just say 0.5 is equal to x over 18. From here you cross multiply over 1, you cross multiply. So 0.5 times 18 is equal to x. So half, just half of 18, which is just equal to x is equal to 9 centimeters. Like this, you are done. So these are procedures you need to do. These are some of the things that you need to get and understand. So you need to consider this part. Under trigonometry, you just need to know SOHCAHTOA. Just need to know SOHCAHTOA. So once you know SOHCAHTOA, and everything becomes simple. And special angles, you need to know special angles. So there are special angles that you need to know under this. Like in this question, we were given what? What were we given? Sine 30. So how did I know that sine 30 is equal to 0.5? There are special angles that we need to know. There are special angles that we need to get. So we need to know that one, that there are special angles that we need to know. So let me give you some special angles that you need to know. Let me give you some special angles that you need to get if you find such a question in an exam. Let me give you some special angles that you need to know. Using the special angles, I'm going to give you my hand. This is my hand. Have you seen the way my hand is? Like this. So let's do this together. This is 0. This is 30, 45. Have you seen 60, 90? So when you want to find the special angles, go in this side. So when I'm coming this other side, this is what? Sine. Go in that side, it's cos. So when you want to find sine 0, go in this other side is 0. Have you seen? So sine 0 is 0. What is it? This one is 30. Sine 30, you say 1 root 1 over 2. Root 1 over 2, that's 0.5. We move to 45. So this is 45. So on top you put a root. You say 1, 2. Root 2 over 2. So sine 45 is root 2 over 2. This is sine 60. 1, 2, 3. So it's root 3 over 2. This is what you'll be doing. This is 90. Sine 90 is what? You say 1, 2, 3, 4. So root 4 over 2, which is just the same as 1. Have you seen? Because root 4 is 2 divided by 2, it's 1. Even cos, if you want to find cos, you'll be going this side. This is 30. Have you seen? This is, let's start with 0. Cos 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Root 4 over 2, that is 1. Cos 0 is 1. This is what? This is 30. So go in this other side. On top, you put root down 2. So this is 30. So cos 30, go in this side. 1, 2, 3. So it's root 3 over 2. You go to 45. Cos 1, 2. It's root 2 over 2. 60, 1. It's 1 over 2. So cos 60 is 1 over 2, which is 0.5. So which means that these two are the same. When you say sine 30 and cos 60, they are the same. Have you seen? They are giving you 0.5, which is 1 over 2. So these are some of the special angles that you need to know and understand. Thank you so much.